Friends, this side Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting and also a venture capitalist. Standing today, we're going to shoot a very important video from Singapore which talks about that are we reaching to a level whereby the yields are again moving into the negative direction? I think so. Because according to statistics which are available in the public domain, there is approximately $12.5 trillion worth of assets which are already yielding the negative return. Am I correct? This is $12.5 trillion worth of asset which is in the negative territory. Also at the same time, the same research does suggest that this $12.5 trillion of research is not a complete comprehensive list. The list is pretty long. Now the biggest question which we are reaching or the world is heading is to, number one, the central banks across the globe have not fixed the problem. Rather, they are just, they are just doing something as to pass the problem to the another governor. So my simple assumption is that, my simple viewpoint is that, the one governor will make sure that he do something, just resolve it so that it will move to the next governor. The next governor thinking, I do something that it will move to the next governor, and this cycle will continue. This cycle will continue. At the end, what happened? At the end, over the period of the time, the problem reached to a level to whom we term this as recession, deflation, stagflation, or maybe depression. There are multiple names to it. It is very difficult to quantify whether it's a recession, it's a depression, it's a stagflation, or it's a severe recession. We do not know it about. Now let me take you an example of a central bank, which is European Central Bank. European Central Bank is trying to fix the problem using everything. So you let me know that let me know the instruments which they not tested. They test almost every instrument, whatever they left with. They test almost every instrument, whatever they left with. But at the end of the day, what is the end result? The end result is that the European economy is still fragile. Brexit, nobody knows if it will happen or not. And now there is another term which is coming, which is Grexit, which is the Greece government. Now, and I don't know that I don't know that whether maybe after maybe 1 month, 2 months, there is a term called Craptics, which is for Cyprus. We don't know, because European Union is nothing but a setup of 32 countries. So now we left with three biggest questions right now. The first biggest question is that, think about a bank: Goldman Sachs, Standard Chartered, JP Morgan Chase, and the big banks. If you are sitting in the front office of these banks, how you would be covering your exposure? Just let me know. Every passing day, the results are coming negative, the yields are going in the negative direction, and you reach to a level when the yields have reduced to a level whereby if you deposit 100 euro, you will get approximately 99. Second question is, majority of the central banks of the globe are getting accommodative, including Reserve Bank of India, Reserve Bank of Australia. There is a huge diplomatic and the political pressure on the Federal Reserve. I don't know till what extent the Powell, which is the head of central bank of US Federal Reserve, how long he will sustain that pressure. If he gives up, we know the reason. We know the scene, what would happen. This is the only thing where I have a little difference of opinion from Donald Trump. Apart from that, he did fantastic job as far as the economic is concerned. But here I think there is something which is not working between Donald Trump and the Federal Reserve. Third thing is that the central banks have decided to reduce the interest rate even to a level which no one ever thought of. Now let me here discuss a currency, which is Australian dollar. Australian dollar used to be the carry currency. Gone are the golden days when I started my treasury career in 2007. When Australian dollar used to yield 3.5%, 3.5%, and now the same Australian dollar is yielding 2%. So I left with three questions. One, if you are the trader working in a bank, how you would be arranging your portfolio? I don't know. If you are working on XVAs, which is DVA, CVA, FVA, MVA and all, I know many people, those who are watching this video, would be thinking that how come XVA come into the picture? Think carefully. Negative interest rate would have impact on all the 8 XVAs we have. DVA, debit valuation adjustment; CVA, credit valuation adjustment; FVA, funding valuation adjustment; MVA, margin valuation adjustment; OIS and COLVA, LVA, liquidity valuation adjustment, KVA, capital valuation adjustment, and eighth and last, the recent addition, which is AVA, additional valuation adjustment. All the 8 XVAs are going to be hitting, and banks do not know it about. Third and last important thing which we need to remember is that how you would be arranging all this when there is a big meteor is coming on your head. And what is that meteor? LIBOR transitional. So think like a bank front office desk. One side, roughly $12.5 trillion worth of assets are in negative territory. Very good. Second side, they are having impact on XVA, more than good. Third, LIBOR transitioning is 2 years from now. That is another good. If you are a trader in a bank, let me know how you're going to handle this, because I'm sure even the best banks of the globe like Goldman, it would be difficult for them to have an answer. To wind up this video, I would like to have a comment. It is very easy to criticize the bank, but sit at the bank designation and see that are you able to do this job? Because now majority of the what happening is that the regulators are doing the job. The regulators are actually doing the job. They have no practical experience actually. They have no practical experience, and they are just theoretically making the frameworks. And this framework is actually hitting the system rather than helping the system. With this, Treasury Consulting, thank you very much. You know my mobile number 919899242978. You know our fixed income platform www.fixedincome.global. With this, we thank you very much, and more videos on the way. Need not to be worried. Hopefully soon we will shoot a video at Marina Bay. This Saturday, Sunday we are planning to shoot 5-6 videos actually at Marina Bay, but unfortunately we are not getting the time to shoot, but that's why we'll try and shoot this time. Have a good time. Thank you.